All right, I don't know if you guys can see. Let's see, will my phone will it pick up on it? Will it pick up? Okay, all right, there it is. Okay, so this is the ferry building, and right in front of the ferry building, across the street. So there's a street between this statue. There's a whole street, Embarcadero, between this statue and the ferry building. This is what that statue looks like. Okay, so that's what it looks like during the day. All right, cool. All right. And real quick, salute to any and everybody that might be in the chat. Salute to Broken Blade. What's up, broski? Salute to any and everybody else that might pop up and catch this on the replay. We're going to talk about San Francisco, the place where I am currently residing. Let's see. Let's look at this real quick. All right. So before we get into all the NFL stuff and the call-in part, we're just going to talk about a few things real quick. San Francisco. San Francisco's got this place downtown called the Ferry Building. You've probably seen it on in the background of like baseball games, and when they show San Francisco, oftentimes they'll show the Ferry Building, iconic building in the city. And I was planning on going there because there was a photo that I wanted to make. There's an image that I see in my head that I want to grab that has the Ferry Building in it. I'm not going to say it. I don't want to talk about it, but there is a particular image that I see in my head that I've always wanted to make. And I was getting ready to go over there, and I find out that there has been a large it's not a statue, a piece of art was put in front of the Ferry Building, literally destroying the image that I really wanted to make, because it put this thing directly in the middle of the frame of what I wanted. And I'm trying to decide whether or not I should be upset about it or annoyed by it. So needless to say, let's talk about it. Because this is what it looks like. This is it right here. This is what it looks like. Let's see, where's my phone? It doesn't have those colors on it. There's no colors that are projected onto it. It's a kind of a mesh, almost see-through situation. And again, I don't really care so much about art. I don't really care so much about that stuff. I mean, I get it. I appreciate it. But, but I don't know. And like, you know, at this moment, at this time, I don't know if this is, I don't know if this should be a thing. Anyways, let's see. I don't know if you guys can see my phone. Let's see. I'm not going to send it to myself. I'm not going to get crazy about it. But what I am going to do is do this. All right. I don't know if you guys can see. Let's see. Will my phone, will it pick up on it? Will it pick up? Okay. All right. There it is. Okay. So this is the Ferry Building. And right in front of the Ferry Building, across the street. So there's a street between this statue. There's a whole street, Embarcadero, between this statue and the Ferry Building. This is what that statue looks like. Okay, so that's what it looks like during the day. All right, cool. All right, I just wanted you to know, just way, you know, because I probably would sound like a crazy person talking about a naked woman in the middle of San Francisco. But I thought this article was interesting. I have a confession to make. I love the giant nude woman who just moved in next to San Francisco's Ferry Building. Not that not a sentence that I had ever planned on writing, but I feel like it's my civic duty to defend the sculpture that was installed last week in the Embarcadero Plaza. Now, Alvin, why are we talking about this? Why? Because I'm picking up on a theme. Work with me here just for a little while longer. Though some are certainly celebrating the 45-foot tall silhouette of a woman who stands, eyes closed, palms outstretched on the plaza facing up Market Street, the sculpture has also brought out some of San Francisco's worst tendencies and illuminated the impossibility of pleasing this all too often petulant city. Interesting. San Francisco, petulant city. All right. Let's see. As in the New York Post gleefully noted, the sculpture has sparked backlash on the internet memes and questions about the city's priorities. Interesting. I noticed the same thing when I posted photos on X last week of the crews finishing up the sculpture's installation. Vitriolic comments quickly began overwhelming my notifications. This is dumb. I'm sorry, but it doesn't look nice. And what a giant naked woman is supposed to represent about SF is not very clear to me, one user wrote. A comment generated 848 likes. Looks disgusting. Another read another comment that got more than 1,300 likes. Another commenter added, its location and modernism feels disrespectful to San Francisco. One user asked, are these the same people putting the crappy art on the Great Highway? Yikes. In a scathing op-ed, Sarah Hodgkins, a senior associate editor at KQED, argued that the sculpture had no relationship to its new urban surroundings and made her embarrassed for the city of San Francisco. Needless to say, it's seeming like people are having a hard time coming to terms with it. And I don't exactly understand why, but I kind of understand why, if that makes any sense. Perhaps naively, I thought San Franciscans would embrace artwork, which was formally unveiled last Thursday at a lively public party. The work is titled Our Evolution, and was made by the Petaluma-based artist Marco Cochran. Composed of thousands of pounds of steel rod and tubing covered by a deceptively delicate mesh form. The sculpture is translucent, and for an hour each day, 16 motors in her chest activate to simulate almost disconcertingly realistic breathing. At night, she is radiated from within by lights of different colors. When I passed by on Saturday, she was in deep purple and dark blue. Needless to say, this is what we're spending money on in San Francisco. This is what we're spending money on. I don't really have any problems with it. But it also ruined a photo that I've been trying to get over there and take for a couple of years now. So I'll just leave that there.